I'm Paul Winkler. We farm up here in the Knottsville community. I was an agriculture teacher for 39 years. We started no-tilling in 1984 and have been no-tilling ever since. I did do cultivation on tobacco while I raised tobacco. I went to no-till for soil erosion control and benefits of that, and no-till just adds more to it. With the cover crop, that even makes no-till a whole lot better. And the cover crop also controls erosion, but then the roots feed the microbes in the soil, keep them alive, and you have a cover crop throughout the winter time so they have something to eat on. And then when you warms up like it is now and you start putting crops in the ground, and then the roots of the soybean or corn plants put out roots, you've got the microbes that are beneficial to it, and things take off a whole lot quicker. Soybeans on this farm, we've got cereal rye as a cover crop. We're planting into what you call green. I'll let this continue to grow after the soybeans come up. Last year on this farm we had it in soybeans also, and I came in and the cereal rye was about this tall and headed out when I planted it. It was mid-May before it got dry enough to plant, and then after the soybeans were about that tall, I got a crimper and crimped the cereal rye down, and you can see the remnants of the cereal rye stalks here on the ground from last year. So during the winter, that cushions the water when it falls to where it doesn't splash and move soil. And so anytime you have any kind of residue or cover on the soil, it just protects the soil. People were kind of getting a little concerned with the way the weather was the first part of the month. Looking back at last year, we was the very last few days of April before it got dry enough to plant, so we're ahead of that. I've always heard ever since I've been little growing up that after Easter things start getting in your way, and Easter was last weekend, and you know, the good Lord gave us a pretty good storm on Wednesday and then followed up with Easter Sunday, and we've had a beautiful week. You couldn't ask for better weather conditions. It could stay like this until fall and then cool off as far as I'm concerned. And been a lot of thousands of acres going in the ground this week, corn and soybeans in Davis County. And you couldn't ask for better soil conditions. We're supposed to have a rain this weekend, cool off a little bit next week. Soil temperature is really warmed up, so as soon as it gets dry enough to go again, we'll be at it again.